Hello guys, welcome back. iOS 26 is finally here and it is packed with new features and changes. With this software update having a ton of new features and changes, there are always new features that we discover that are super useful and I think every iPhone user must know. Another thing you must know and do is that most of guys actually are not subscribed to the channel. If you're enjoying the videos and you want to see more of them, hit the subscribe button. It really helps the channel a lot. First of all, we're talking about quick reminders. You can now add quick reminders on your iOS 26 device. You can do that from the control center, from the action button, or even from the lock screen. Just search for reminder right here. You will be able to actually add a quick reminder from here from the control center. You just go ahead and add it right there. It will have all the different features, all the lists right here. What I prefer to do is have this on the lock screen. You can just switch one of the buttons that you have on your lock screen with a quick reminder. If you're taking reminders a lot, then you can go ahead and just use one of these buttons right here. Simply go to Customize, remove the existing one, and then go ahead and just add the reminder from here, and you're good to go. You can now create quick reminders directly from your lock screen. With reminders, another cool thing you can do is that you can now go ahead and add reminders directly from the phone app. You get a phone call, you cannot answer it, you have a missed phone call or just a normal call, you can just go ahead and swipe like this and quickly add a reminder to remind you for that phone call. What's really cool is that you can also add reminders on your voicemail. You will have the voicemails right here. Simply swipe like that and go ahead and quickly add a reminder. Here's one of the coolest features of iOS 26 on the phone app. When you go to one of your contacts on the phone app, you can now go to the call history for that specific contact. You can see the full call history for just that one contact. Specs. It is super useful. As you can see, we have it all here, whether it has been outgoing or incoming. You will have the dates and the times right there. Moving on to the music app. We have quite a lot of new features with the music app. Of course, the automix one is amazing. Now, you will have right here another pretty cool one. When you go to your playlists, now you can actually create in folders. Here I have a folder with a few playlists. You will have your playlists right here. You can actually organize them into folders. You create a new folder right here, name it, and then you can go ahead and just place your playlist right there within the folder. Moving on to the Settings app for another really cool hidden feature. Head on to the Settings app and then go to Privacy and Security. If you scroll all the way down here, you will now find a new section for all your blocked contacts. All your blocked contacts will be right here. Whether you have blocked someone on iMessage, your phone app, or FaceTime, everything will be right here. We're staying here on the Settings app. Let's move on to the accessibility settings right here. If you use music haptics, this one is pretty cool. You can actually set the intensity for music haptics. You will have the light, which will, I think, be the default, because once you enable it, it's on light. You will have medium and strong as well. You can play samples right here to know how much that will give you a feedback. Here is one of my favorite features of iOS 26. When you're writing a message like this and you leave it, you don't send it, you will now have those messages saved on drafts. That is super useful. You go back here to your messages list. Once you go back here and tap right there, you can go to drafts. Skips. It will filter your messages based on, of course, all the drafts that you have and will show you only the draft messages. Here's another really cool one on the iMessage app. You probably know by now that you can add images as the background of your conversations, just like this one right here. Here's another thing you can do. If someone has sent you a picture, you can actually use a picture that's on the chat right here to you to actually set it as a background for your conversation. Simply tap on the picture like that and they will have set it as background and you can just apply it as a background of your conversation. When you go to your contact within the conversation, you will have, of course, their info, the backgrounds. Now you have photos and links. If you see a photo here that you're interested in, but you have a long conversation with that contact, you can now actually just tap and hold and tap on Show in Conversation and it will find you where that picture is on that conversation. If you use CarPlay on your car, you can now have screenshots for your CarPlay. You go to General right here and then go to Screen Capture, and now you can enable CarPlay screenshots, which is a pretty cool feature. Here is another great new feature. Apple has finally improved the resolution of the screen recordings that you do on your device. This is a screen recording taken on iOS 26. You can see right there 1290 x 2796. This right here is 886 by 1920. This was of course taken with iOS 18. I believe it was 18.5. Moving back into the Settings app, and let's head on to the focus modes. Right here we have a really nice new feature. If you go to one of your focus modes or you're creating a new one, you can now actually add a really useful filter. Go right there to add a filter and go to Phone. From here you can select whichever SIM card you want to use with that focus mode. If you have 2 or more SIM cards, you can go ahead, or of course eSIMs as well, you can go ahead and pick any one of them to be used with that focus mode. The Photos app with iOS 26 has gotten some really nice updates. Here's one of them. If you tap the share button on a picture, you know that you can use that as a wallpaper, but you will have other pictures as well here. If I go ahead and select another one, you can see now it will actually convert to create photo shuffle wallpapers. You know that you can set multiple wallpapers on your device. You can now do that directly from the Photos app. Another thing you can now do with the Photos app is that you can choose to enable the spatial scene effect right on the Photos app. If you want to use a picture as a wallpaper, you can first try it out. Here you will have this little button that basically shows you the spatial scene for that wallpaper. Here we have this pretty cool look, the new look of the Photos app on iOS 26. It's Grab and Use. We can change that simply by tapping there. As you can see, you will have actually different ways to rearrange things and format things here. You can see different sizes of the albums and all the collections that you have right here on the Photos app. With the Photos app, of course, you can reorganize everything here. You will have here all the media types, the utilities, the pinned ones, anything can be reorganized. You can see right here under media types and also under utilities, we have these little section where we have everything organized. When you go here, you can actually rearrange these.